Before Governor Larry Hogan shut down Maryland businesses in March,
we purchased all local ingredients for that beer.
Brendan O'Leary, who owns True Respite Brewery in Rockville, was noticing the coronavirus curve here in the United States was mimicking that of Italy.
You could see kind of the level of crisis that Italy was in. We took that to mean that was our future, and we said, what are we going to do when the tap rooms ultimately get shut down? So we decided collectively that the time was right to develop a platform for doing home deliveries.
That platform is BeerMe, a craft beverage delivery app that went live within 45 minutes of the governor's announcement. BeerMe took off like wildfire and is currently being used by dozens of breweries in 31 states for free. BeerMe offers craft beverage companies a vehicle to take online orders for delivery and carry out. O'Leary says through feedback he received, it was clear the app saved many businesses from closing down, including his own.
If we hadn't had a tool for selling home deliveries and doing curbside and contactless and keeping the beer flowing safely, I'm not sure what would have happened to our business, but that tool allowed us to keep our staff employed. Everyone who wanted hours here was getting hours. So our primary goal was pay rent, pay bills, keep everyone working.
So far, the app has generated more than $4 million in sales, which O'Leary says was his mission, to help his peers get through this crisis.
Bear, this label right here, our artists are just phenomenal.
As more states begin to reopen, O'Leary says they are preparing to begin monetizing BeerMe.
Hans, how are you, man?
True Respite opened its doors just 2 years ago.
Good to see you too. Welcome back.
Councilmember Hans Remer worked closely with O'Leary to obtain the necessary zoning changes that were needed to open this business.
This business here is helping this county reinvent commercial land use. If you look around outside, you see an old commercial center, single story, lots of office. Not a place for vibrancy and life and hanging out and having fun. But there's a lot of neighborhoods around here where people would love to have some place to go with their friends. And this business said, that's the perfect kind of location for us to be in.
Well, the most common question that I get about that is, boy, it must have been terrible opening in Montgomery County, because there's a stigma that we're not open for business or they hate alcohol. And my experience could not have been further from the truth.
All your fellow brewers, which is what I love about the industry, is that there's such a culture of mutual support.
They really wanted to work with us and help our business get open here.
It's the kind of business, Remer says, that makes Montgomery County stand out in a crowd.
Knowing that COVID was coming, they were ahead of the curve, recognizing the impact that it was going to have, and they built themselves an app so that they would be able to pivot and survive in a different retail environment. But what I love about it is then they said, wait, this is good for us, it's good for the industry.
O'Leary says he hopes the state's relaxed liquor laws that allow for BeerMe to operate will stay that way. But in the meantime, he's opened an outdoor beer garden.
They're going to go onto our website at beerme.com and then select a dine-in option. And then once they have that, you can see all of our beers on tap, and we'll just bring it right out to their table number.
Very easy, very quick, so no mistakes.
And is working hard to expand his business right here in Montgomery County.
It's a very community-oriented place. Depending on the day and the time, you might get a different crowd that you catch in here. We just installed a new 60-barrel tank, which represented almost a 30% capacity increase with that one tank. That tank alone holds almost 15,000 pints of beer. And we have it 3/4 full at the moment, and we're 3/4 filling it again for the next round. So we're almost at capacity again, even with that expansion. And we'd like to do more. Thank you, sir.
For more information about True Respite Brewery and hours you can visit, check out their website. For Made in Montgomery, I'm Susan Kennedy.